Access granted.
Subject: interview with Wordburglar. Body: on February the 8th, 2022, Christopher McLeod aka Diagnostic80 was tasked with the mission of interviewing Wordburglar about his brand new crowdfunding campaign, the MACGUFFIN Device LP, 14 Wordburglar singles for the first time on vinyl. Here's what we could show you from this G14 classified interview.
Access granted.
Hello and welcome to another edition of the Full Force Redacted with me as your host, Chris McLeod, aka Diagnostic80. On today's G14 classified show, I am joined by the man of a million words. He wordles, he gurgles, he straight up burgles, the awesome, epic, wonderfully prophetic, the dapper beat slapper rapper, Wordburglar, to talk about his brand new crowdfunding project, the MACGUFFIN Device LP. Burgs! Thank you so much for coming on, buddy. How you doing, my good man?
Yo, I am doing so good. Thank you for having me on. I know we were just joking before. I'm at the point now where I'm making records just to get on your show.
I love it. I love that. Because that basically creates the circle of content life then, doesn't it?
It's beautiful, and like a record, it's a circle, round and round. It's beautiful, perfect symmetry.
There you go. We didn't even plan that, viewers. That's just freestyled off the top of Berg's head, which I hear he's very good at. Apparently, I don't know.
Yeah, it's where I keep most of my rhymes. Yeah, the ones I don't put on record stay up in my head.
Dude, I don't think I could remember one single line, let alone an entire verse or an entire song. It's ridiculous. I've a head like a sieve. Like I literally will do something, whether it's like, you know, a recording or this or a news burst or whatever it might be. 2 minutes later, delete. On to the next thing. Yeah, it's that bad. It's that bad. I have to go over everything before we do a weekly, just so I know what's going on. I'm getting old, man.
Are you like that with figures though? Like, do you know whose backpack is whose? Like, would you put Airborne's backpack on Tripwire, or is that clear enough?
That's why I'm deleting files. I got to keep all the important info in there. All the important info, like, you know, knowing what figure has what weapon. What zip wire does this go with? What rocket launcher does this go with? That kind of thing. Yeah, I know that stuff.
I feel like if I forget, like if I one day am putting like Footloose's backpack on Recondo, that's when I'll know that it's like
take me out to pasture. Yeah, euthanize
like me. There's certain things that I will always remember, you know, and certain, you know, yeah.
Well, that's. Okay, so I'll tell you why I think that sticks with us. You know, when you're kids, you're supposed to be like this like sponge that just soaks in all this information, and things stick, don't they? Things stay in there. And like, I feel like when you're that age, like I was probably through the G.I. Joe years, I was like from, I don't know, like say 5 going through to like now. It's just to now. It's just
that sounds about right. Yeah.
Fused into my head. So I don't think it's going to go anywhere. Hopefully it won't go anywhere.
Yeah, that's and that's, you know, we always say we're still talking about it now because it's the best.
Just so that we can keep remembering Footloose's backpack. That's why.
Yeah, exactly. It's the birthplaces. You know, today we were joking around about Cutter, and because in my head as a kid, I always thought Cutter was from Boston.
Yeah.
But he's from Kansas, right? And you just like, no, he's got the Red Sox hat, so he's got to be. And so the file card birthplaces still trip me up a bit, but I'm pretty sure I can give everybody the right gun.
You haven't quite indexed all of the words on every. No. Anyway, you've got a new project to talk about, and we've literally spent 3 hours talking about backpacks. Dude,
that's what I like to do. Accessories, man. I need to this is my outlet, you know.
Well, related to G.I. Joe as well, the MACGUFFIN Device LP. What? First off, like, I want to know where this comes from, because obviously this is, you know, a number of tracks from the album Rhyme Your Business, if I'm correct. Cracking album, by the way. That was one I remember when that came out, because Rhyme Your Business is like the title track on that is so good. Like, it's so catchy.
All I need is an apple a day and fat beats on my brain to do what it take a machine on. Stranger thing than Steve Strange in a green neon. Rap with more range than Celine Dion. Bustin'.
You did a video for it and everything. It's an absolute banger, isn't it?
Thank you. Yeah, and that's Beat Mason on the beat, and yeah, that's it's funny. That's a case of like Beat Mason showing me that beat, and it was in my head, and I just started like that rhyme pattern just kind of started flowing to me, and because to just stay on the beat, all I need is an apple a day and fat beats on my brain to do it. Take a machine eons. Yeah, stranger thing than Steve Strange in a green neon. Rap with more range than Celine Dion.
Don't make me feel worse about not being able to remember any lyrics. That's amazing. I love that you are like a literal Rolodex of information. Like you just remember those lines. That's impressive.
It just clicks in, right? You get that first opening word or that beat, and then it's like bam. And there have been times when I get on stage and I'm about to do a show, and sometimes I'm like, okay, what's the set order? And I'm not even sure what song's coming up next. But as soon as I hear that beat, the rhyme just kicks in, and I know it just like locks in. It's a snap-on, stay-on accessory.
It stays on like Footloose's backpack. It's
That's
amazing.
Right. Hold the mic with the swivel arm battle grip.
Well, what made you
flip your battleship?
Obviously, we won it on vinyl, so that's brilliant. So but why? Take us through your kind of mindset. Like, why did you think, right, let's do this, but let's do it as the MacGuffin Device LP, and let's kind of rejig a few things, because there's a couple of tracks that don't make it on there, right?
Yeah. So I'm glad you asked, and this is there's actually a few different answers. So the MacGuffin Device LP, anyone familiar with records knows you can only fit like certain amount, like roughly 22 to 23 minutes per side of an album. Rhyme Your Business as a full album doesn't fit on vinyl. And as a vinyl collector, I really like having exclusive stuff. With MacGuffin Device, we actually have a video in the works, and we shot this video pre-COVID, and it's been edited. We're hoping to have it released by the time the vinyl is in everyone's hands.
Awesome.
And it started out with the idea that the MacGuffin Device, to tie in with the video, we would do a vinyl single, like a classic hip hop 12-inch single with, a couple songs, a couple instrumentals. But then looking at all the vinyl delays that were happening and how much work it was going to take just to get a record out, I didn't want to go to all this effort to put out vinyl and only have it feature just 2 or 3 songs per side.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, we can make an album out of this. And the MacGuffin Device, in my head, it was one of the early songs we made for the Rhyme Your Business album. And it actually came out as a single originally with If It Rhymes, It's Real, and So It Flows. And the MacGuffin Device, to me, everyone knows the term MacGuffin Device, whether you know the old G.I. Joe cartoon episode or the Alfred Hitchcock thing.
Yeah, like the film, the kind of like the whole plot of the story is around this particular item that, is not named a lot of the time or whatever,
Yeah, and it's just to advance the story. The MacGuffin Device is used, it's a plot device. It's used to literally like tie things together. So it actually felt perfect to be the reason all these tracks got pulled together on an album by the MacGuffin Device.
I like it.
And then looking at Rhyme Your Business, it was like, okay, what songs make sense that could come together? Also like thinking about it as an album, how do they flow together? We've rearranged the track order from the Rhyme Your Business album.
Apart from second to last song, which obviously, how could you imagine putting that as the intro or something? That would have been hilarious.
Whoa, I didn't realize it'd been that long. Time passes fast when the rap's a bomb, so I had to grab the homies and ask them on before I left your dome like Encarnacion. Forgot the last album you listened all the way through as you burn back up and dump it's on tape too. Trying to break through, yelling Hulk smash you, costs more than you think, like bulk cashew.
Yeah, we had to keep that. And, the Wrong Ralph Pulaski, which is, of course, inspired by my favorite G.I. Joe two-parter of all time.
Samesies.
Without End.
Samesies.
I was done, resigned, ready to punch the clock. One last mission, then I was out like sun on the block. My team told me to stop complaining. Yeah, they had better luck telling the sky to stop raining.
And and that made perfect sense because that song is about another world, another reality where Cobra rules the world. So the MacGuffin device being literally this device that pulls everything together, but also opens up all these different worlds of all the songs.
Yeah.
And, I think a lot about this stuff. So, apologies for this long answer, but it just worked perfectly.
Yeah.
And then, of course, talking with the expert, incredible artist, our pal, Brian Sauer, who, of course, drew this amazing shirt I'm wearing.
Does all these graphics around us as well.
He does your graphics. He does all this stuff. And he started drawing this beautiful piece, and we had the MacGuffin device and the briefcase, and it's opening up, and you'll see when the video comes out that we have a briefcase in the video that sort of ties some things together. Jason Levangie directed that, so big shout out to Jason, who's done a bunch of my other music videos like Rhyme O'Clock.
It's more or less a word bird up in the spot with the speakers turned on and the mics are hot. We got people in the place who came to rock. Hey, yo, let's yo bird. What's the time on your watch? Rhyme O'Clock.
And Croc Monsieur.
Start the jam. I'm bringing words together like an ampersand. Word bird, about to make your goddamn pampers damp. Slamming amps off the ramp, getting a tam-tam. Classier than your tramp stamp ant and a Trans Am.
Awesome.
Bunch of others for me and my friends. So the MacGuffin device, it just all came together, and knowing that we had the time constraints of only fitting 22 minutes per side, and then getting songs that all come together correctly, and making an exclusive new vinyl release that's different from anything that's come out, different from the CD versions, and having brand new art, including all the lyrics. It basically all came together, and the more, we talked about it, and I was talking about it with Beat Mason and the other producers and everyone, and it was like, yeah, the MacGuffin device as an exclusive vinyl album just works perfectly on so many levels. And I was just really excited, and we're doing it because after Welcome to Cobra Island on vinyl, once that came out, everyone just said,
more.
We want more vinyl.
Yeah. I must admit that's
honored.
something I can't wait to get this in hand, because mainly that cover, the color on that cover, the yellow and the tip, very similar to the shirt you're wearing actually, but like that kind of yellow and the tip are just absolutely gorgeous. And again, like is the record a color as well? Is the actual record colored as well? Is it blue or something?
Yeah, so the record is a blue. We're going to match the blue as closely as we can to the blue on the cover. So the blue on the cover, and I'm glad you called out this Ninja Force shirt I've got on by Brian. It's not an accident that like when he showed me this shirt and we were discussing colors, and I was like, I do want kind of this like great like 80s, early 90s vibe colors, like bright. And we were playing with, greens and blues and all these things. And every time I approach an album cover, I want it to stand out from my other art. So if one album is like, let's say like Space Verse has got a lot of like purples and blue and there's black on it and some silver. I didn't want to have another album that color wise was too close to that.
Yeah.
So looking at different palettes, this came up, and it's not an accident. So yeah, the yellow, cyan, and magenta being the three core colors.
Just so eye-catching. Take us, like we might as well, while we're talking about the art, we might as well stay there before we get into the other bits and pieces. There's a lot going on there visually. So obviously you're on the cover, rocking what looks very like some sort of Chuckles kind of clothing. I'm just going to throw that out there.
That's also not an accident. Yeah, we an early idea was to have me in that Chuckles vibe, and again, you'll see in the video there's a similar patterned shirt that I'm wearing.
Fantastic.
When that eventually comes out, and we just liked it, and Brian liked it, and I love Chuckles. We've got a song about Chuckles on Cobra Island. And so, yeah, that's a nice little nod. I'm glad you picked up on that.
It's great. I love the fact that the MacGuffin device is literally blowing you backwards, and your hat's gone. You've got the Zartan skin going on as well. I think that's quite kind of cool.
Yes.
Am I picking out all of the Easter eggs here?
Man, you are getting it. There's so much. Now, did you see all the little things happening in the
that is genius.
In the background?
So they all relate obviously to the songs, don't they? Each one is like a visual representation of each track, which I think again is genius.
it's just so fun, right? Like having a representation of the song and used to create a mind.
You know that time of day when your coworker sneaks a smoke, you laugh to yourself, smiling at a secret joke, knowing hard work will get you by being broke. So if I got a bit of dough, I don't need to leave a note.
There's a transformer-looking character on the cover that has a vinyl crate for a head, and he's digging through his head, flipping through records. That's for used create a mind. So some of the images might not be instantly, you're like, wait, what's this robot for? And then there's a Living Between Wednesdays reference.
It's days like this that make it worth waiting 6 to dip into the pages deeper than Project Pegasus. Some say it's hump day, others are oblivious. But for the brave and the bold, we're always living it.
Where you'll see a little character floating on a comic book. We've got Wordburglar, our sort of barbarian Conan-y, He-Man-y type guy.
Am I right in saying that is it like the kind of looks like the kind of Super Nintendo or the kind of like like the Famicom or whatever it looks like? Is that for Input Blitz?
Use a shoe for a hammer and a dime as a screwdriver to compose what you see, like a viewfinder. The new MacGyvers cross a bridge when we get there, and if not, make our own like the bridge layer.
You got it. Yes.
That's
we should just play this. Yeah.
This is a fun game.
And that's Megaran and I driving it, kind of like a fantastic car. Like we looked at the old.
Genius.
I'm a huge Jack Kirby fan, obviously, and so looking at the old Fantastic Four, like when they used to drive the Fantastic car, but what if the Super Nintendo was a fantastic car? That's the one I want to drive.
Mate, I tell you, that is one of my favorite tracks that you've ever done. That Input Blitz is an absolute banger. And as soon as I hear that sample from is it Any Given Sunday at the beginning?
Oh yeah.
You
blitz all night.
Yeah, and then I love it. And that beat drops incredible. And Megaran is just amazing. So
he's on another level, like literally and in relation to video games.
Absolutely. Love that. Is it the Live 95 thing that he did?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I've been listening
to that. Keep your ears open.
Well.
There's some stuff from Live 95 coming out that you might hear somebody on that So there's some, I don't know if I can even announce that, but there's some secret stuff. We have a lot of stuff that has not come out as well. Like Ran and I go back a long time. So it's amazing to see him just crushing stuff constantly. And you couldn't find a nicer guy. Like all the success could not be happening to a better, harder working person. So it's really good to see. Yeah. So shout out Megaran.
He seems really awesome. Yeah. And that, and I love the fact he did was it like a little tape release as well for that? A little kind of
I can't even
cassette.
Keep up with everything he's doing. Like it's just every other day there's something amazing that he's cranking out.
Hey there guys, just wanted to let you know about an app that I've been helping to develop for a few years now called Hoarder. But what is Hoarder, I hear you scream? Well, a number of years ago I discussed a project with a good friend of mine and now co-owner/developer about an app that could help collectors of all shapes and sizes. I'm talking about the shapes and sizes of the collections really, but also people. The app would be a place where you could share your new items, build collections and sub-collections, or just browse the feed to see cool things. Well, we made it. We tested it for a number of years and now it's out there for you to enjoy on iOS or Android devices. You can upload a single item at a time at your own pace and slowly build your collections. You can post status updates that could be related to your collections, like getting a delivery or posting a scene in which you can tag items in that image if you've uploaded them in the past. You can add tags to your items in order to easily search for and find them, and of course to add them into your respective collections. You can like posts, comment on them, or start a conversation with a fellow collector, directly message users you follow, and even add items you see on your feed to your want list. If you prefer to use your computer or laptop, have no fear, you can use the website browser version and even utilise the awesome inventory option, allowing any user to change certain details, add notes, upload bulk items from spreadsheet files and download a CSV of your entire itemised collection. We made this app for collectors and we hope that you enjoy using it as much as we enjoyed creating it. Now get to hoarding. Technically, we are talking about you right now, so let's bring it back in. Yeah, Input Blitz, another banger. I mean, there's so many amazing tracks on this album, of course, absolutely packed full of them. But in terms of the actual kind of the project, the campaign, what can you tell us about the campaign itself? I mean, what are people going to be like? What can they look forward to actually getting? Other levels, that kind of stuff.
Right on. Well, hopefully, if we get fully funded, we need to get 100% funded. And
you're at 80% right now, so I'm pretty sure it'll be all right.
Look, for anyone who's ever done these crowdfunders, you can't take anything for granted. And it's a nail biter until you get to that goal line. And I appreciate every single person that's supporting, and and sharing. And even if you're not buying the vinyl, right. But it is nerve wracking. And you get to the point where it's like, I can't look. I don't want to look at it.
You stop refreshing every 30 seconds.
Yeah, you can't. You go crazy. So I just walk away, and then I'm like, I don't know. Last time I looked, it was at 72%, and then I come back at a few hours later. It's still at 72%. Oh my God, it's the end of the world. But no, I'm hopeful, and I feel good that we can reach our goal. The tiers are for regular vinyl. We've kept it the cheapest we can, because it's actually, the art is a gatefold as well. So the art opens up, and
nice.
So it's going to be we've upped it from Cobra Island, where that was just one piece. On MacGuffin device, it opens up, so all the lyrics are on the inside.
Wicked.
And then this has like a nice, it gives room for the art to breathe around the corner of the front cover into the back with like credits and some cool stuff, and then like bigger space for the lyrics and stuff on the inside. So $23 US gets you the vinyl. Then for 50, which is the level 2 tier, you get the MACGUFFIN CD, which I'm really excited about, because I love vinyl and I love CDs. Like, I'm crazy about CDs, and I make burn CDs to this day for my friends. Like, I still do it for like their birthday. Timbuktu, I always give them like a CD for Christmas, and I make mixed burn CDs. So I've always loved making mixed tapes and mixed CDs. I got to send you one.
I was going to say, where's mine?
Yeah.
I didn't get my Christmas gift. That's
I couldn't find any blank CDs, but I recently picked up a couple spindles, so we're good.
I'm only kidding, by the way.
They're harder to find now.
That is awesome. I would very much appreciate that, very much. But I was only joking. That would be amazing.
Well, I will hook you up. Yes. So the MACGUFFIN CD, it's an all new mixtape. It's got a bunch of rare songs, some new stuff. There's new exclusive freestyles. There's some beats on there that have never come out and that we haven't really used for anything yet. And, I was just texting with Beat Mason today about an old beat that we've always wanted to do something with, and we're going to include it on the mixtape. So it's going to have a lot of really fun stuff. And it's an exclusive. So for this campaign, you get the mix CD. We're burning this mix CD. I'm going to sign every CD and number them. And everyone who gets it at that tier will also get a digital version, but it won't be available anywhere else online, just in this campaign. And some of the tracks may eventually come out, but some may not. Some are pretty old, and we're just here, there's a fun chance to get some cool things in a mix, and it's hosted by me. And so that's
would hope so. Tier. I would hope it was hosted by you.
The next level, we're bringing back the handwritten lyrics, which we did for Cobra Island.
Awesome.
People really liked that.
Yeah, that was a nice touch.
Yeah, thanks. I loved it. My hand didn't like it too much, because I was I could only do a couple a night, because I was handwriting so basically you pick the song of your choice, of my songs.
How did you do that, seriously? Because it was really well, neat and tidy. You must have done some prep work on some of those lyrics, man. I'm telling you.
It started as a kid. I used to hand letter comic books, and I'll show you, I have here's this is just my handwriting. I just have, that's
amazing,
an unofficial Bergonomic list of songs. I'm trying to figure out the song order.
Amazing. Hopefully we've got some little leaks in there that we can
It's probably none of those. Probably the track names will change by the time it comes out. Bergonomic's the next album.
Awesome.
So I'm doing handwritten lyrics.
I believe I might be involved in that.
You might be. Who knows? I don't know. I might be involved in it. Who knows?
No one knows.
Nobody knows.
It's complete mystery at the moment.
Yeah, nobody knows until the album's done. I don't tell anybody anything. And then I'm like, well, it's it's getting pressed now, so you'll find out. So that tier is, you get lyrics of your choice of a song of mine, not someone else's. I'm not.
That would be amazing.
Someone's
lyrics.
You do a Barry Manilow song for me.
I'm gonna request.
I write the songs that make the whole world sing. I do know my Barry Manilow, I must say.
I know that
so
Barry
in that
Manilow came
era-
to you too quickly for you not to be like a low-level fan.
Look, it's like G.I. Joe. My mom used to play Barry Manilow when I was a kid, and it stayed with me my whole life. So I used to play with G.I. Joe as a kid. G.I. Joe, Barry Manilow, they kind of rhyme. Copacabana, Cobra Commander. There you go. Oh, it's a little too close.
G.I. Janelo.
I will say, for anyone laughing at Barry Manilow, go listen to the song Bermuda Triangle.
Banger.
It's a weird one. I think Barry must have been smoking some wacky
He was
tobacco.
probably flying over the Bermuda Triangle when he wrote that.
The whole song's about taking a date to the Bermuda Triangle and then she disappears, but it's okay because he finds another woman. Well, it's very weird. But I digress.
We're going to find
everything.
so many Barry Manilow Easter eggs in all of your music now. I guarantee it.
Yeah. Hey, maybe he helped me become a songwriter. Who knows?
He did.
Sounds like Wordburglar's just been ripping off Barry Manilow this whole time.
All these years.
So that tier, you get the lyrics and you also get the mix CD. And then for 100, which actually we sold out right away.
Yeah.
The pretty early on. So thank you to everyone who got that. But that was for the test pressing, and you could get vinyl test pressing plus all the other rewards.
Incredible.
And just like Cobra Island, for anyone who's supported Cobra Island, we had some fun little things along the way. So once we reached our goal, I was able to do some little surprises for all the backers and just kind of mail out some little things. So we're working on some little things too to make it, to help fill the gap while you wait for your vinyl. You might want to keep an eye on your mailbox. So
it'll be like the 6 to 8 weeks maneuver where you'd send off mail away for your Steel Brigade figure or your Super Trooper and then sit by the mailbox until it got there.
Exactly.
That's probably what I'm going to be doing. So that's great, man. That's like, especially if you just want to get in on like the vinyl record level, you're only talking $23. That's super cheap, and would get, obviously that record sounds incredible.
Well, thank you. And you get the digital version of the album as well. So when you do support, you get the digital if you don't have the tracks already. And I think it's a good deal as a vinyl collector. When I buy records, they're at least $25 now. So keeping it with Bandcamp, we had such the way Bandcamp treated us really well in the Welcome to Cobra Island release. And I started releasing my music on Bandcamp originally with Welcome to Cobra Island, like the digital, because they were the only place where you could put up an album for free and you without having to pay for hosting or anything like that. So Bandcamp allowed me to release Cobra Island at the free or name your price level. And I found their interface and everything, and the people working there were just so great and so artist minded that I'm doing an ad for Bandcamp now, obviously. Bandcamp, share the campaign.
You're scratching their back.
Yeah.
Scratch your back.
But they were so great, and people seem to be really happy with them. And you can just download the music. You don't need any other player or format. You can just download the MP3s, so you own them, which is something that I like too. Even if it is a digital album, I just want to be able to own those MP3s.
Yeah.
Some other things, when you buy an album if you don't keep your stuff in the cloud or whatever, that's it. You might lose them. You lose your computer, you could lose your whole library. So
that's great, man. Absolutely awesome. And I've already pledged. And I've already got my little digital.
Thank you.
I've already got my little digital album. Even though I've got Rhyme Your Business, and I listen to it on Spotify all the time.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm still in there.
Sorry, I should mention there's an all new song on there too. So an all new remix. So Damage Control.
Well, I was building girders till my skills on this earth were tilted further by the Silver Surfer. Turned a burglar to a civil server. Thrilling work, sure, I know they save kids, but who they think's cleaning up all this bridge
is not the album. That's the other. So there's a few little differences with Rhyme Your Business. So first of all, the MacGuffin device, that was the other thing. On Rhyme Your Business, it's edited. So I have a line where I say one word that is debatably a curse word. And so on this version, it's unedited. So you can hear the actual punchline the way it was meant to be heard.
Is it bum face?
Yes.
Knew it.
So its opinions are like, I don't want yours.
I can't stand a fake RoboCop 3, insulting the original. No prop from me. Concerts and clubs to the Comic-Con floors. Opinions are like assholes. I don't want yours.
And we edited that in the Rhyme Your Business. And, look, I don't really swear that often, like next to never.
I will bleep that, by the way. No, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying, yeah.
Yeah, so but I will use, if it's the right word for that rhyme, you got to go with it. And in this case, holes is the word. There was no other word that would replace that. So I was like, this is the word that needs to go there.
I was close with bum face then, wasn't I, really? I was actually pretty close.
It is the face of a bum. It's like the hidden smile. It's the wink of a bum.
The hidden face
we took
of a bum.
Whoa, we just took a whole...
That's all staying in, by the way. That is all staying in. Oh, that made me cry. That made me cry. Amazing.
So now we know. And, no one is half the asshole. Wait.
I'm done.
I don't know where that came from.
That was that better be in a rhyme in the next next year. I better hear that in a track.
Who knows?
That's amazing.
So that song's different from Rhyme Your Business. And Damage Control we already released on vinyl on a 7-inch. So we're just over. This interview's over. Forget it.
I'm so unprofessional. Okay, I'm good.
No, this is beautiful. Leave all that in, please. Leave this.
This is how I'm going to get over it. Just doing that. Amazing, man. Sorry, you were saying.
Amazing.
You were saying something.
It's the full force. You're getting the full.
You're getting the full face of the
full
bum.
Monty tonight. I think is that.
I'm not doing that. I'm definitely not doing that on here. God, that would get us. That would get the show would be removed.
The full Winky.
Yeah. The full. It'd be the
I don't
full,
even know what we were talking about.
It'd be the full foreskin, surely. We've gone. It's gone. You were cut it.
It's off. Oh man.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. It's been a good episode.
Next week we're reviewing Battle Foreskin 2000. Oh my god.
Link in the description if you wanna get on the MacGuffin
Please
device.
pledge. I'm Wordburglar. Thank you so much.
Amazing. Okay, so
right. So differences, damage control.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, right back on track. Just like a groove, the vinyl. Damage Control, brand new remix by Timbuk2. It's called the Timbuk Uatu remix for you Marvel heads who may get that, since it's a Marvel Comics inspired song. I mean, that's the thing. The album, there is a G.I. Joe song, Wrong Ralph Pulaski. MacGuffin Device is, definitely, I would accept that as G.I. Joe influence. And then there's comic book songs, video game songs, movie songs. We got Rental Patient.
What you know about going out to catch a movie at your own house, waiting in line to watch something on your own couch? No doubt you had to get up and get it, or ask an adult if your pick was restricted.
We've got Wordburglar, which if you're into He-Man or Dungeons and Dragons or Conan, you'll probably get a lot of those references.
Yeah.
Ancient prophecies, sacrificial offerings, I've seen them all, and guess what? It's not a thing. Talk to me after boxing nude goblins who spew toxins, cause I do often.
Bartering nostalgia.
If you love something, let it go. That's theoretic though. Doesn't apply to what you want to remember, so you never know where all your memories go till they're resurrected by old friends at a show.
It was just really it's a song about and we've talked about it before, but I mean, it's what we do. It's what we barter in nostalgia, and we talk about the stuff we love, and we can always share these things we like. And I'm very pro nostalgia, obviously. And, I think it's a good thing, if something made you feel good in the past, why should you forget about it?
Yeah.
And, you can always tap back into that. So these are just some of the themes on the record, all wrapped up into hip hop. So in case you're not familiar with my stuff, for anyone listening, anyone still listening after Tiger Foreskin, We should stop.
So many foreskins. So many foreskins.
You started it, man.
I did.
Wow, and I actually I feel like I haven't heard or said that word out loud in a long time.
Since you're about 14 years old.
Since I was about foreskin teen. And there's something else different on the album. Oh yeah, if it rhymes, it's real.
It's Wordburglar, not a man to hug and kiss, but a name you can't forget, like Rance Mullenix. Getting stupid, you can't believe how dumb it is, like asking what the $5 rap show cover is, huh?
Which has never been released on any physical release ever. So if it rhymes, it's real is a really fun addition as well. And Damage Control, like I said, it already appeared on a 7-inch vinyl. So I didn't want to repeat it. I was like, you know what? For the people who got that 7-inch with Damage Control on it and Space Defense Team, that's kind of a cool thing. And you've got that, and we're not going to repeat it here. So if you already got that, you got a different version of the song exclusive on this.
Dope.
And
that's amazing.
Yeah. So it's a good record. I'm pretty happy with it.
Well,
so.
I think there's no question about the quality of the actual content. This is, for me, I see this as kind of like where you're getting into like the collector's mindset here, because the thought of having this as a physical thing makes me the happiest. Do you know what I mean? Like the thought of having, because like I can listen to you all day long, and I do, on multiple platforms, and with ease, without really doing anything about it. But there's something about lifting the old up, putting the record on, just like literally doing that, but then also having it like lined up with all my other records as well. Just the thought of that is making me happy too. So, and that physical feel of you open it out, especially with the gatefold as well. That's awesome. That's nice,
you,
nice touch.
And I appreciate all that, and I feel the same way. And I do want to say, for any listeners who haven't heard Diagnostic 80 on my podcast, I mean, shameless plug for my podcast, but you got to listen to Weekend at BURGIE'S featuring Diagnostic 80, because we do get the full Monty, the full Diagnostic. And you're just reminding me all the stuff we talked about, music and everything, and just like was such a great time. I want to thank you again.
No, man, that was
publicly
great.
On record. It was just a great chat, and I think your listeners should definitely check that out.
I had a lot of fun with that. I'll throw a link in the description on this as well for any of those people that want to check that out. But yeah, that I mean, yeah, if you got a spare 2 hours 40 minutes to kill, then go nuts.
It's great.
Everyone does now.
Yeah, but I walk a lot, and I listen to podcasts when I walk. It's like my motivation. And on days when I don't feel, I'm like, I should really go out for a walk, get some fresh air. Oh, I got a new podcast. Great. Perfect excuse to go out and get some exercise. So
check out.
I always do that.
Belt buckles are out there on the full force. Yeah.
What? Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. Cobra Commander belt clip. Are you serious? That kind of thing.
There's a cardboard box that transforms into Firefly. What? I don't even know what this is.
Just made that up. That's good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a news burst now, thinking that's real.
It's gonna be a new thing. Yeah.
Well, dude, mate, thank you so much for jumping on. It's been an absolute pleasure as always. We're kind of
thank you.
We're at the end. Like I said before, links in the description if you want to pledge. You should do. And like I said, if you're a Joe fan as well, I kind of feel like it's an important part of the Wordburglar G.I. Joe collection, in my opinion. Because like you say, you've got a couple of Joe tracks on there, tons of Easter eggs on the artwork. You've got the link with Brian Sauer as well, with the artwork as well.
Brian.
Just on its own, like I think the art on its own is enough to want to keep it,
And just back to that real quick with Brian, who, just so talented. His artwork, I specifically wanted it to look like Sunbow animated style as well. So there you go. There's another, this is like a MacGuffin device, and he pulled it off like with his figures. We've seen all these, and there you go. Nth Man.
Brilliant.
I wrote the file card, by the way, in case people didn't know that.
Nice.
But, and Brian Sauer did the artwork and designed these great exclusive figures.
That's so
Check
cool.
out Codename Iowa and Assembly Required if the people don't. But, you guys are on a lot. So, but yeah, I just derailed the outro.
What was I saying? I was just saying thanks. See you later. Take care. No. Dude, I've said it before. I absolutely love your work, and I have thoroughly enjoyed working with you on a number of occasions on tracks recently as well. So, Like the more on that, the better. I say, keep that coming.
That's how I'm gonna keep getting on your podcast.
Yeah,
so,
just keep. I just have to keep making you music. And which again,
at this point, people who've heard us chat before, they're like, "Okay, yeah,
oh, great, yeah." They've got
you just give us more music. Yeah,
just
we
stop
want that
talking
more
about
business."
it and give us the music. They're saying.
Yeah.
Anyway, link in the description. Jump on, pledge, get involved. Let's get this completed. By the time hopefully it'll be finished by the time this comes out. When I've edited this tomorrow, maybe.
Yeah, I'm not looking at the campaign. So
I'm going to check it out now, and I'm going to tell you exactly what you're up to.
It's gotten smaller. We lost.
Oh no,
pledges.
you're at 50%. No, you're at 80%. 80% funded, which is amazing.
Great.
So 20 to go, and again, you've got like a significant amount of time. You've got 25 days left. As you watch this, about 24 days, I imagine, left. If it hasn't already been, if that hasn't hit its goal yet, I'm sure it will. It's so close, and this is a beautiful, beautiful record. Here, I've been showing images and flashing them up. The actual record looks gorgeous. Can't wait, buddy. Thank you so much for jumping on, man.
Thank you. Full force.
Not yet. I've got to do this. And that's it for this installment of the Full Force Redacted. Thank you to my wonderful guest, Wordburglar. See you next time. And as always, 1, 2, 3. Full Force! Perfect.
Access granted.
Make sure you get involved with the discussion by liking, sharing and commenting on these videos, and as always you can keep up with the show after listening by following on Twitter @TheFullForce, liking the Facebook page facebook.com/TheFullForce, and if you would like to contact the show you can message us on either of those platforms with feedback and questions. We also have a Patreon page, so if you want to show your support for the show, see your name up in lights on these videos, or enjoy exclusive bonus content, then check out patreon.com/TheFullForce podcast, or click on the link on any of the posts this podcast appears in. Full Force!
Access granted.